All righty. So, good morning, everybody. We are going to play with joint mobility today: ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, all that good stuff. So, you're definitely going to want your strap and have that near you because we're going to start laying down. And we're going to use our blocks. In fact, have one block near you as well so that you don't have to get back up and grab it once we're down. So start by laying down and see my groovy socks. Compliments of Linda Comito, who I didn't see this morning. Come on down to your backs. And start with your feet on the floor and your knees bent. Because especially first thing in the morning, although we had that glorious extra hour of sleep, sometimes first thing in the morning, we don't want to put that kind of strain on the back body until it just warms up a little bit. So feet to the floor, maybe your feet go wide and your knees come in towards center, and then smooth out the sides of the shoulders so that your whole upper back feels like it's on the floor. There should be a tiny space behind your low back, not a big space, just a little space. Maybe your hands are resting on your belly, and you just start to get a sense of where you're at this morning. There was an interesting quote. I was watching some of a yoga conference, and one of the teachers said, when you start your yoga practice, you have to start by stopping. And I thought that was really interesting because if we just go flying into our practice, we don't know where we are. We don't know where we've started. And so this teacher suggested that we start our practice by stopping so that we can observe where we're at, how we're feeling, what our bodies are telling us, maybe what our minds, our emotions are telling us this morning. Let me just get a sense. And the other thing that is interesting about stopping is that when we stop and we observe where we are, we can get a sense of what happens as we move forward, or that sense of where we're going. So just get that sense of your body. And if it's all right for your shoulders, I want you to take your arms overhead with the elbows nice and bent. So don't reach up really high, just keep the elbows soft. Again, see if you can widen the back body, but you'll feel the back shoulder blades start to draw together a little bit. And then walk your feet together. Let the knees go out to the sides and come into a supine Baddha or a supine butterfly pose, cobbler's pose. And just breathe for a moment here. And then imagine that you're doing a weird little cat and cow. So I'm just going to press my back into the floor, and then I'm going to let it release out. So it's a really soft, the head stays down. Curl it in. You might notice your knees come closer together, your inner legs, inner groin tighten. And then exhale or inhale as you open the spine and arch. Good. A few more right here. Just curl in. Inhale as you open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open it. Exhale, last one, curl it in. And then release to just a natural spine. Let the elbows come out to cactus pose. So more right out from the shoulders. Your feet, legs are still together. And then separate the feet just a little bit. So there's room for you to take the knees to ceiling and your feet come to the floor. All right, so here we go. So as you exhale, I want the knees and the elbows to come together and then open up. Exhale, squeeze and open. 3 more right here. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. And I do mean squeeze. Exhale, open. And last one. And open it up. And then take the knees back to center. Walk the feet hips width apart. Grab a hold of your strap. Draw your right knee to your chest, and just for a moment, bring the right knee in. You can hold underneath your knee or underneath your thigh so you're not over compressing. Hold that knee in deep to chest. You're not using the strap just yet, and straighten your left leg. And just pause and feel your right leg moving closer to chest. Feel your left leg moving further away from your chest. Your hands stay behind your knee. And straighten the right leg up to the ceiling and then bend. Good. Straighten it up and bend it. Straighten up. Exhale. Last one. Straighten, 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 and bend it. And then grab your strap. Take the strap around your right foot. Your left leg is long unless your hamstrings are super tight this morning. If they are, just keep that knee bent. Let that leg open up a little bit more. Hold the strap in your right hand. Press your left hand to your left hip, that left front hip, and press it down toward the floor. And then externally rotate your right foot, your right leg. Take it out to the side just a little bit. Don't go all the way. Slide it down toward the other leg. Your foot is neutral. Turn the toes in and pull that strap back up. So we're doing a slow circle. So the leg is neutral. Turn the toes out. Let the leg descend out toward the right. Circle down to the floor. That leg's going to rotate until it's internally rotated. And walk that strap back up. Woo, one more here. External. You don't have to make this big, by the way. This can be a small circle. Neutral and then internal. Reach it up and then pause. If that was tough to do with the leg straight, simply bend your knee. It'll take some of the pressure off the leg and off the belly. So that right leg is straight up. I want you to internally rotate it. Toes are pointing in toward the left. Reach the leg over to the left. Let it come down toward the other foot. Neutral and then external rotation and walk that strap up. Good. Internal rotation. Warming up the hip joints already. Circle it around. Use your strap. Turn the foot, last one. Rotate it, bring it up, walk that strap up and hold, press through that leg. Nice straight leg if you can. It doesn't have to be straight up, but the straighter knee gives you a lot more stretch. And then with that strap, press your foot into your strap and then pull the strap back. So just ankle stretching and down and up. Flex it. Good. 2 more. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bend your knee. Release your strap. Take your hands back behind your thigh and circle from your knee to your foot. So you're circling that lower part of your leg. Circle. Working with the knee, the joint, and circle the other way. That's it. And then neutral, circle your ankle. Circle the other way. Press that leg up to the ceiling. Release your hands. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower that leg down to the floor and release. Ooh, yeah. That's so juicy. Let's do that to the other side. All right. Bring your left leg or your left knee toward your chest. Pause. Your right leg is nice and straight. Again, bend that knee if you would like. Squeeze that knee into chest. Resist and press through with the other heel. And feel that both hands are behind your left thigh. Straighten the leg up and bend. Good. Straighten it up and bend. 3 more. Straighten it up. Bend it Good. Straighten and bend. Last one. Straighten it up. Really reach it. And bend the knee. Grab your strap. Take that strap around your foot. Take the leg up toward the ceiling. Whew. Good. I'm going to scoot away from the wall a little bit so I have some room to move. So same thing here. I want you to externally rotate the leg. Take it out toward the left side. Circle it down toward the other leg. Internal rotation as you bring it back up again. Good. Straight and then external rotation. Try to extend through your leg. Bring it down. Internal rotation. You can use your strap here, right? So external. Slide it down. Internal rotation. We got 2 more. Feel. Oh no, stop here. I forgot. Let's go the other way. Internal rotation. Bring it across the body. Slowly lower it down. Straighten the leg and then turn it out to the side. Bring it up. 2 more here. Reach it across. Woo, yeah. Feel that hip turn. And bring it up. 1 more. Internal rotation. Slide it around. And straight. And turn it. Bring it all the way up. Hold here. That leg is straight up. Your right leg is grounded, by the way. I didn't say that. With that strap around your left foot, point your toes and flex. Good. Point and flex. Point. Flex. 1 more. Point and flex. Bend your knee, release your strap, circle the lower leg. So it's kind of tricky. You're just doing your best to keep the hip rather still without, and circle the other way while you're circling out your knee, right? Good. And then neutral, circle your ankle. Still your right leg's grounded, circle the other way. Good. Draw the knee to chest and release that leg nice and long. Good. And then let's turn on to our right side. You're going to need a block nearby. So have a block in front of you. I'm just, turn on to your left side. Sorry about that. Let's all keep it straight. And I'm just turning so I'm not facing the wall. You can use one of your blocks or your pillow, by the way, just to cushion your head so that the head stays more neutral. The other option, of course, is just to use your arm for that. So bend your knees 90 degrees. You're on your left side. Your belly is toned here, right? You're going to take that top leg and just lift it straight up a couple of inches, maybe, I don't know, that's probably 5 or 6 inches. And then take your right hand to the outside of your right knee, gently push down and resist. So we're hovering that leg up. Your torso is straight up and down. Your head is not leaning forward. It's straight over the shoulder. Push and then release. And then take the top of your right hand to the inside knee and try to push your knee down. Yep. Breathe. Good. Take it to the top. Push. Ooh, feel your hips already, right? And the hand below. Breathe. Good. Release your right hand. I want you to drop your right knee to your left knee. So your internal rotation, your foot is pointing up, and then take your toes to that same area. Drop your knee. Bring your foot. So again, we're doing internal, external rotation, working with the hip, just circle in, tap your knee, tap your toes. Good. Few more here, right? Starting to feel that hip work. I know. Just breathe. If you need a break, take a break. And then hold it neutral. I want you to bring your right knee as deep into your chest as you can. Straighten the leg out in front of you. Circle it so that it goes back behind the other leg. Bend the knee, bring it in. So little bicycles here. Bring it in, straighten it out. Circle, 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 straight back. Bend the knee behind you and bring it back up. Good. One more right here. Straight. Reach back. Bend the knee. Bring that knee to chest and reverse. So knee is to chest. You're going to bring that knee straight back, straighten the leg behind you, slide it forward, bring the knee in. Good. Two more. Reach back and forward, reach. That's it. Last one, all the way through and bend the knee and release. Whew. Yeah, feel that hip, everybody. All right, last one here. I'm going to try to keep it all straight. I want you to keep the knee bent and make big circles. Big circles. Yep. Just circle through that whole joint, maybe one or two more. Try not to lean back and circle the other way. Just bring that knee high. Woo, that's it. And release it, knees together. Good, lift up. We're going to come back to that side in a minute and turn over to the other side. So you're on your right side, your knees are bent 90 degrees. Lift that top knee just 5-6 inches from the bottom. Press down through the belly. Keep your spine neutral. Left hand goes to the outside knee. I want you to push up isometrically and resist. I know. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Release that. Take the back of your hand to the inside knee and push down, push down, push down. Isometric work here. Good. Switch. Go back to the top. Push up. Breathe, everybody. Take the hand under, push down. I know. And release the hand. Good. Bring your knee to your other knee. The foot goes high so that we can get that internal rotation. And then tap your toes. Good. Take it down and up and down, up. You got this. Woo! I know. I know. I've been playing with these, so I really do know. Good. Breathe. Maybe one or two more. That's it. And then hold that knee to 90. I want you to stretch that leg out in front of you. Circle the leg back, bend the knee, and then bring it back to chest. So 3 times this direction. Go slow. Let's feel the range of motion, both the flexion and the extension. Reach. Good. Hold here for a moment and then reverse. Bring the knee back, straighten the leg, slide it forward and bring it in. Good. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Bring it in, bend that knee and release. Oh. Yep. All right. Last one on this side for now. I want you to lift that knee and give me some big circles. Big circles, right? Oh, that's it. Circle the other way. And release it. Wowee. All right. So I need to turn over back to the other side. You can just flip over unless you're watching the camera there or watching the computer. So go back to your left side. This is where you're going to need that block that I kept warning you about. Have it nearby. So start by straightening both legs. Now, this is a balance. This is some balance work here. Flex both feet. And then check in, because I want you to be from crown of the head to feet in a straight line. This all by itself is a sweet little balance. See if you can lift both of your feet off the floor. A little bit of side body work, right? Relax your head, your neck. Your left arm is out and comfortable. Breathe, and then see if you can lift your top leg off your bottom leg, both of them off the floor. Straight leg, straight leg, straight leg. And then release them both down to the floor. Good. Bend your top leg And come into your version of tree pose, but on the side. So don't lean back. I just leaned back. Stay on your side body. Your foot is either up near your upper groin, upper thigh, or if your normal tree is down at the shin, I want you to stay there. Flex your bottom leg, flex your bottom foot, engage your back glute, right? So that you stay sideways. Breathe, everybody. And just kind of notice, how's this feel for you? Then take your top hand, your right hand, back of your hand to the back of your knee or the inside knee, and try to push your knee in isometrically. Oh, yeah. Release. Take the hand to the outside knee. Outside thigh works too. Press out against it. You should feel your back glute working. Yeah, I know. Good. Switch. Press. And switch. Outside knee. Press the knee outside against it. And release, and then just let that knee drop down to the floor. So that's going to give a little baby stretch to that outer hip. We're almost done on this side. All right, so second option, we're going to come back to that tree pose, or we're going to take our block on the lowest setting. Now, if you can bring that foot up toward the thigh, it's much easier. You're just going to set that block on the inner upper thigh and set your foot on it. If you cannot, you're probably going to have to play a little bit by bringing that block down below your knee and sandwiching that block down there and then lowering back down again. So pick your poison. Squeeze and see if you can put that block between your thigh and your foot, the bottom of your foot. Don't lean back. If you cramp up, just give it maybe a little bit of a rub. The hamstrings are a little crampy. And I want you to push your foot into your leg. Flex the bottom leg, keep it active, and push. Whew. I know. And then release that and see if you can lift that bottom leg any amount off the floor. Breathe. Whoo. And lower. Good. Final one here. And even if you're not using the block, you're doing the same thing. Your hand goes to the inside of that bent knee and you are pushing that knee into your hand. Breathe. And then once to the outside, try to push it out. Smile at the same time. And release it. Holy moly. Take the block out. Lower that knee to the floor. Stretch out that hip. Good. And let's go to the other side. And then we'll be done with this part of class. Yay, right? So again, make sure your head is in alignment and your torso is in alignment. Straighten both legs and stack your body in a nice straight line. Interestingly for me, usually one side is easier than the other. So try not to poke your butt out, right? Press your butt in, flex your feet, use that hand to stabilize, and see if you can lift both legs off the floor. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then see if you can lift your top leg off your bottom leg. All the toes point forward though. Don't turn that leg. Find your breath. And release both to the floor. Oh yeah. Good. And then take that top leg, slide it up to your version of tree. Flex your bottom foot, by the way. Make as if you were stepping on the floor. That's how much I want there. Keep your torso neutral. Find your pose. Press your foot into your thigh and resist. And breathe. See if you can lift the bottom leg any amount. Oh, sound effects are allowed, by the way. Breathe. Lower that down. Find your breath. Take your inside or the outside of your hand to the inside of your knee. Press. Try not to let the head roll forward. Breathe. Other side, back or front of your hand or the palm of your hand to the outside knee. Press. Smile. Breathe. Almost done here. Inside one more. Woo. Ground the bottom leg. Squeeze that bottom glute. And outside push. And then release, let that knee drop down to the floor. Little stretch, little release of that engagement of the outer hip line. And then again, your choice with your block. And you can, I thought about this afterwards, you can bend your knees and sandwich that block between your thigh or between your shins and then straighten the legs if that's easier for you. But otherwise, you're going to take that block to the bottom thigh. You're going to place your foot on it, flex your bottom foot, engage the leg, tone the belly, push that block into your thigh, but resist. How's that feeling, everybody? See if you can lift the bottom leg with resistance. Woo! This is great fun, huh? On a Sunday, we all got extra sleep. Maybe. And lower down. Good. Inside knee. Take your hand to your inside knee. Push the knee in, but resist. Knee shouldn't move. Breathe. Release. Hand to outside knee. Push, everybody. Push, push. And release. Take that block out. Lower that knee to the floor. Hallelujah. And then push yourself, bend both knees and push yourself all the way up to a seat. Oh. I'm full of sound effects this morning. Grab your strap. Roll your shoulders back. All right, so that was some lower leg movement. Now let's just get the upper body moving before we get up off the floor. Take your strap nice and wide. Remember about your buckle. If you have a buckle, take the arms up, reach them back any amount, right? So you don't have to go back that far if it doesn't work for you. So take it forward, reach it back, reach it forward, and back. Stretch it out, everybody. Good. Couple more right here. Reach and forward. Last one. Reach it forward. Or reach it back, hold it if you can, straighten the wrist so the wrists tend to really fly back. So straighten the wrist, don't over grip your strap, but now lift your chest and feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades and the opening of the chest behind. Big deep breath and let it come all the way down. Let go of your strap. Take your fingertips to your shoulders and circle. When you circle forward, see if you can bring the elbows together, reach up past your ears and back. Squeeze and open, squeeze, open. Good. One more this way and then circle the other way. Open them up. Good. Few more. Just circle. Yeah. And bring the elbows out to the side, resist, turn, take cactus arms with your hands facing forward, roll the shoulder blades down and squeeze the back body. Don't let the head come forward. Big deep breath. And then release. Woo, shake that out. Just your right arm. I want you to take it up, palm face in, and then straight down. Good, take it up. And down. One more here, reach up and down. Other arm, reach straight up and down. Yep, straight up, down. Last one, reach it up and down. Good. Interlace those hands, everybody. Press it out. And then press it in, press it out, reach up. Press it in and press up. Good. Still getting range of motion and reach up and down, and then soft interlace of those hands and curl your wrists. Ooh, I got one wrist going crack, crack, crack. There it goes. That's starting to loosen up. See if you can go the other way. Super hard for me. I can't do it. Circle any way your little heart's content there. And shake, 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 everybody. All right. So I think that's a pretty good floor warm up. So let's get moving. We're going to come to table pose. Here's where you might want your blanket underneath your knees. We're going to be here just for a little while. So it might be a good idea. And then have your blocks toward the front of your mat. You don't need the blocks for now, but I will tell you, if you've got wrist issues and you're really trying to take care of the wrists today, maybe you drop down to medium size blocks just to take the pressure off the wrist. So you decide here. Good. And then start with some easy cats and cows. Easy, easy. Right? Spread the fingers. See if you can tap into all the vertebra in your spine as you lift and you lower. So it's not just about this automatic movement, but seeing if you can feel low, mid, center of the back, upper back, all the way to the cervical spine. And then curl the tailbone, drop it all back. Couple more right here. And then neutral. Walk the hands forward, come to puppy stretch. Forehead comes to the floor. So we're taking the spine in some different range of motion. Right now, the upper back is working particularly hard, engaging the muscles of the back body, sinking that thoracic spine forward. Find your breath. Good. Walk those hands back. Take your left hand toward the center of your mat. Reach the right arm up. In fact, do me a favor, take the knees wide and bring the feet towards center. That's going to make this twist easier. And then take the right arm up. From that right arm, I want you to reach it forward, circle, reach it back, reach it up, circle again. One more right here. And with that arm up toward the ceiling, press it and release it. Good. Switch sides. Right hand goes toward the center of your mat. Your knees are still wide. Take the left arm up and stretch your chest. Excuse me. And then circle that arm forward, reach it back, open up the chest, shoulder, and circle. One more right here. Big circle, everybody. And release it. Good. I keep saying good. God, yay. So from table pose, I simply want you to take the wrists, again, be gentle here, turn the fingers out to the sides. My palms are mostly on my mat, my fingers are off the mat, just to give you a sense of how wide I'm going. And then I want you to sway gently side to side, super gentle. Just side to side, just getting some wrist motion here. Good. Come to center. If you can, turn one hand, fingers back. I've got my left fingers turned back, my right one's turned out. Breathe. And then switch, take the left hand back where it was, take the right hand fingers back. And release, come to your elbows. Your palms are face up, belly's toned in a little bit, and I want you to curl into really strong fists, those fingers coming toward your wrists. And release. 3 more. Squeeze them in. Release. 2 more. Release. Last one. Squeeze and release. Shake, shake, shake. Come on back up to your hands. Walk your hands forward on your mat, set your hips all the way back, and then big circle of your hips. So lots and lots of this class are about checking out your body, right? Moving through your joints. Some of you I know that have some issues with knees. You just might not take those hips back as far, right? You might want to stay more forward, maybe more half circle. And then switch your directions and feel your waist, feel your body, move through it, feel the shoulders. One more big circle, everybody. And release. Some of you might want to come off your wrists and shake them out a little bit. Good. Almost done on our knees, so hang in there with me if you can. You're back on those hands. You can always take the wrists a little bit forward or try turning the hands out a little bit for those wrists. Take your right leg straight back. Tone the belly in. We know all this. Lift the leg. And then big circles with your knee. Big circles. 3 more. I dare you to go slow here. Yep. Last one. Big circle. Good. And then release. Go to the other side. Take the left leg back. Tone the belly in. Lift the leg. And then find your circles. Oh, yeah. And 3. And 4. Oh. And 5. And release. Take off those wrists if you need to. And then last bit here. I think I said that once already, didn't I? All right, so this right leg, your left knee is going to stay where it is. Your right leg is going to turn out to the side. And the way I kind of look at it is if I look down at my legs, I've taken my right knee out almost like it would be a figure 4. So I'm resting my top of my ankle on my back leg. And then from here, I want you to lift up. So it's almost like a hydrant, but it's back instead of to the side. So squeeze it up and down. 2 more. Squeeze up and down. Last one, squeeze up and down. Now take that same leg to a kind of angle. So it's not quite off the knee. It's still back a little bit. And 3. And 4. Last one for 5. Woo! And then straight out from the knee, straight out. 5, 4, 3. I know. 2. And 1. Last one. You're bringing it further up toward your elbow. Reach. And up. Yep. 3. We may not hike today. 4. And 5. And release it. Maybe you sit back a little bit and shake it out. So what are we doing, right? We're taking that back hip complex, the glute, the hip, in all kinds of different range of motion, back, and then working it from straight back all the way to the side. All right, let's go to the other side. Left leg. First, do that weird kind of turn out, like you're going to do a weird figure 4. From this position, lift straight back if you can. Flex your foot. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. This time you're going to take it just a little bit more diagonal, right? More to the kind of corner, back corner of your mat. 3, 4, and 5. Take it straight from the knee out like a hydrant. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then take it closer to the elbow. 1 and 2. Woo! And 3. You got it. And 4. Holy moly. Last one. And 5. Wow. Good. And then spread fingers. Let's come to downward facing dog. Flex or bend your feet. Pedal in place. Bend your knees, not your feet. Breathe. Spread the fingers. All right. So from your down dog, you're going to take your knees toward the blanket, toward the mat, maybe tap and lift straight up for 5. 1, straight down. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Good. Pause for a second. Shake out your wrists. Breathe. Hands back down. You're going to take your knees wide, your feet toward the center, so that when you go to down dog, it's going to be this weirdish round dog with toes out, like Charlie Chaplin. Okay. And from here, tap the knees wide for 5. Here we go. Down and up and down and up and down. You got it. 3 and 4 and 5. Good. Maybe lower the knees. Come on off those wrists. Hang in. We're one more here. Woo. Circle those wrists. All right. You got to guess what's next, right? So hands down, knees are in, feet are out. And take it to a down dog. So your feet are pretty wide, but your toes are in. 5 times tap. Here we go. Knees go in the center and out. 2, 3, and 4. Last one, everybody. And 5. Good. Down dog. Make it your normal. Bring those feet back to neutral. Walk your hands all the way back. Maybe you grab your blanket towel on the way and move it out of the way. Bend your knees, hands to knees, and come on up to standing. Shake it out. And then take your hands to your knees. Your butt's back a little bit. Tone the belly though, just so you don't sit. And give me a good circle with your knees. Circle the other way. And come to neutral and stand. And from the front of your mat, just come on up. Roll the shoulders back. Take your right arm up, just stretch. And circle it back. Not even circle, just swing back. Up and down. Last one. And down. Other side, reach up and down. Circle up, down. Last one. And down. And then grab your strap. So you're going to take the strap. I've got it in my right hand. I'm going to take it behind my shoulder, behind my right shoulder. And then I'm going to grab it, not high, but just grab it with my left shoulder. So I've got the strap in each hand. So from here, and palm is face out on the back, that should feel normal. Nice mountain pose. I want you to pull the top arm up, bring the other one with you. So don't let the strap slide. And then slide down and pull. Slide up and slide down. So the strap isn't moving between your hands. All you're doing is bending one elbow, straightening the other. Bending one, straighten the other. Yep. Breathe. Last one. And release. Go to the other side. You're going to hold that strap with your left. Reach behind with your right. You've got space here, right? That right arm is just resting neutral. When you're ready, straighten the top arm up. You'll find that first distance and then bend. and straighten and bend. Good. 3 more. Straighten it up and bend. You don't have to go that deep, by the way. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Beautiful. And let's get rid of our strap. You can tell I got like, I'm like, sorry if I'm moving too quick this morning. I got somewhere to go today with my class. All right, so we're back at the front of our mats. Take your right foot, step back, warrior one pose. So I've been playing with warrior one pose with a slightly wider base lately, and I kind of like it, right? So the back foot pointing mostly forward, the hips pointing mostly forward, front knee bends to your level, ideally straight up and down. If it's too much, you just back off a little bit and then push into your back leg. And imagine that you are lifting your inner arch of your back foot. So see if you can get that arch lifted just a little bit. Your belly is nice and toned. I want you to simply take the arms up and breathe. And notice, right? As you turn the palms forward, squeeze the elbows to your side body to work back body and reach up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale forward. Last one, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then take the arms up. Maybe the palms come forward or face each other. Maybe you interlace the fingers with your index finger pointing up and you reach those shoulders. Press through your back foot. Press through that outer edge. Lift. Maybe you look up just a little bit and breathe. And then release those hands to your heart. Keep them there. And try to pull your front heel back. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. And then release. Shake it out. Good. You with me? All right, here we go. Left leg back. Same thing. Warrior one, right? Maybe a slightly wider base, maybe not. Front knee is bent, back foot pressing. Just see if you can get a sense of that inner arch of your back foot lifting. And if you can, even if it doesn't hardly move, what do you notice, right? What I notice is that when that inner arch drops, this whole inner thigh drops to the floor. When I pull that inner arch back, what works? The outer hip, right? So maybe you get that sense. And then inhale the arms up. Breathe, turn the palms forward. Squeeze the elbows to your side waist and reach up. Exhale. Squeeze up. Exhale back. Last one, reach up. Exhale, squeeze it back. And then take the arms up, turn the palms to face each other. Press into the back leg. Feel that inner arch of your foot lifting slightly. Maybe the hands come together. Maybe the index finger points up. Maybe you open the chest via the shoulders, right? Up a little, but don't lose the back leg. Big deep breath. Take your hands to your heart. Pull the front leg back isometrically. Oh, that's tough. Breathe. And release and step forward. Oh, shake it out. Grab one block. Grab one block. Shake out those hips, right? So much for joint mobility. It's like, woo, man, do I feel that, baby. All right, so my lovely students, tree pose. And here's how we're gonna work this one. You're gonna take your block in your, I'm gonna mirror here, so in your left hand. And you're gonna take it to that outside hip. Remember how much I talk about that sassy hip thing? That block is gonna push that hip in. And you're gonna hold it there and you're gonna push into it, okay? So then your right leg goes to your tree pose. Here maybe, or all the way up if you can. take a moment. You can use a wall, by the way. You can put a fingertip on a wall. Perfectly okay. But I want you to push that left hand into the block, which is pushing into your hip, as if you were by a wall. So you're here. 1, stay here. 2, your right hand goes to the inside thigh, and you're resisting the hand while trying to push that knee or that thigh in. Breathe, I know. Smile, find your still point. Good, take that same right hand to the outside thigh. Push that thigh into your hand and resist. Breathe. Keep working that standing hip. And release and shake it out. Dance a little bit. You gotta dance. You might as well just shake it out, right? You gotta dance a little bit through this life. Other side. Right at that hip, pull that hip in. Take your left leg and bring it into your tree pose. Find your still point. Belly is toned. When you're ready, either your hands to your hip and you're just hanging on, or that hand goes to the inside knee and you're pressing that knee or that thigh back into your hand. Breathe. See, I have to remember to smile because I'm so focused. Release, hand goes to the outside, push that leg to the outside and resist. Keep pushing the block into your hip. Breathe, yeah, baby. And let go before you fall out like I just did. All right, so choices. Remember what we did on the floor when we were laying down? We put the block between and then tree. There's where we're going again. I will tell you that if your leg is lower, normally lower in tree, it's going to be a lot harder to find that balance. So it'd be kind of looking like this. Okay. Otherwise, I want you to take the block between your thighs, hold on to it with your hand, shift into your left leg, and see if you can get the block between your foot and your thigh. Does not have to be that high. You're pushing your thigh into your foot into your thigh via the block. Woo! Breathe. If you're good here, stay here. Otherwise, left hand or right hand goes to inside knee and your left arm goes up. You can go take a little mudra here. Breathe. I'm pushing my hand into my leg into my hand. Breathe. And release. And let go. Yeah. Isn't this so much fun? All right. Other side. Block goes to the inside. Turn the toe out. Remember, you can go low, right? Block is on the floor. Foot goes to block. Otherwise, hang on. And see if you can find that spot. And pause. Lift your chest. One hand to inner thigh. Other arm out. Squeeze your standing glute, everybody. Find your breath. You got it. Whew. And release. Oh, shake it out. Set your block down. How's the legs feeling, everybody? Ooh, right? Feeling good. All right, so come on to your front of your mat. Just take your blocks up nice and high. Walk the feet back a little bit. We're going to do one more balance pose, but we're just taking a little break. So hands are to blocks. Press your hands into your blocks. and tone the belly in. And just maybe lean back a little bit. Stretch out your hips, your back, your shoulders, your head stays between your arms. Don't lift up, don't tuck down. Use your breath. And then come forward. Bend your knees. You won't need your blocks for this one, so set them aside and come on up. So tricky part of balance is movement, right? Dynamic movement. And as we continue to strengthen our legs, our hips, all this stuff, opening up our chest, all that stuff, we find a way to move forward without falling forward. And that's the gist of what we're going to do next. So left leg is forward and right foot is back, maybe slightly wider, back to warrior one. Make sure your back toes are pointing more forward than sideways. If they're sideways, there's no getting those hips to move to the forward plane, which is where we want to go. Remember this knee, right? And something you can play with, which we didn't, is hand to outside knee to press that knee out isometrically, right? All right, so here we are, warrior one. Take the arms up and breathe. You can interlace the hands, you can reach up. Find that pose, simple, simple. And then take the hands to your heart. We're gonna move from this position to tree pose, which is tricky, right? To say the least. So I want you to stay forward focused, lean forward, see if you can just bring the knee up and then set it back down. Back to warrior one. Good. Reach forward, lift up. Woo. And back. This time you're going to lean forward, lift the knee up. One, stay there. Two, you're going to turn that knee out to the side. Use your hand to find your tree. Here we go. So lift up, turn it out. You can use your hand or not. Arms come up. Hands together, also optional. Squeeze the standing leg. Hands to heart. Bring the knee forward. Step it back. Beautiful, everybody. And release it and shake it out. Rock and roll. No. Yay. All right. Almost done. Here we go. Right foot forward, left foot back. Whoo. Toes pointing mostly forward, all that same stuff. We think about the ribs, the hips, right? Maybe that isometric motion of the heel back, everything working together. Take the arms up, little tone to the belly. Maybe the hands interlace, maybe you look up and find that expression for you. Breathe. And then bring your hands to your heart. Here we go. So 3 times with the knee. That third one is where we're going to work for tree pose. So when you're ready, lean forward, lift the knee. Maybe you pause and then step back. Bring it up, pause, and step back. This time we either bring it up, pause, whoop, we take it out to the side, find our tree pose, arms come up, hands come together optionally. Find your breath. Hands come back to your heart and release it. Well done, everybody. Good. If you threw your blanket off to one side, go ahead and grab it. And I want you to take it longish if you can and just lay it on your mat just for some extra cushion. And then in your most yogi way, let's come on down to the floor. Drop the knees and come onto your belly. And just pause here for a second. Let the belly be long, but then the pubic bone press down. Find your breath. Bend your right knee so your leg is pretty much at a kind of a 90-degree angle. And then drop the foot in toward the left side. So it's dropping across the body. And then take it up and reach it out to the side. Flex your foot and bring it across and out to the side. Internal, external rotation. One more, reach in and reach out. Bring it to center, lift the knee. Turn the knee out to the side, land the knee and take that knee out. Roughly 90 degrees from your hip to your knee and then from your knee down to your foot. And pause. Spread out the hips. 1, you're here, upper body stays low. 2, you come up on your elbows. It just deepens this hip opener a little bit. Should be no pain here at all. If you feel anything in the hips or the knee or the low back that is chatty, that just doesn't feel quite right, lower back down. Breathe. And then lower down if you're up on elbows. See if you can get that knee to lift and take it back. Good, other side. So first things first, bend the knee. Let it drop to the inside and to the outside. Run out of room. Good, inside and outside. Last one, inside, outside. Neutral, lift the knee, turn it out to the side. See if you can get it forward. And breathe, let the hips spread out. Your right leg nice and straight, nice and neutral. And then either stay here or lift to your elbows. Breathe. Lower back down. Straighten that leg back behind you. Come back up onto the elbows, Sphinx pose. Breathe. I want you to press into your knees as if you go in, as you're going into an almost cow pose, right? Or cat pose rather. So you're going to squeeze your belly in, lift your knees, or lift your belly, lift your hips, hold, and then slowly curl down all the way and lift your head. Exhale, push into your knees, tuck, tuck, tuck your belly, lift it away from the floor. Don't go too high. Breathe. Exhale, slowly lower. Got one more here. Curling, curling, curl, curl, curl. Breathe. Hold. Core work, right? Breathe. And uncurl. Good. Come on to your backs. Oh. Start with your feet on the floor and your knees bent. How does your body feel now as opposed to how it felt when you first started? Lift your hips off the floor. Shift those hips toward the right side of your mat. Bring your knees toward your chest. That is important. And lower your knees to the left. If you happen to have a block and you want it, you don't need it, but if you would like it, a block between the knees or under the knees can totally change your twist, right? Especially if bringing the knees all the way to the floor is particularly tough. Your chin is level, the shoulders are wide. Find your breath. Relax everything in this twist. And take your knees to center. Feet to the floor, your hips shift through center to the other side, left side of your mat, knees come back up, and you twist to your right. Again, using that block as needed. Chin is level, your head is in any position that feels good. Breathe into your spine. Breathe into your body. Read something the other day. It was so simple and weirdly profound. And it said, every day when you wake up, count your blessings, but not the external ones. Count the blessing of you. Count the blessing of you being alive another day and for all the gifts you bring into the world. So I just thought that was really interesting. It's like giving thanks. Nice. Release your twist on this side. Take your knees back to center. Bring your hips back to center. Draw your left knee to your chest and straighten the right leg really long. Take those hands behind your left knee. Straighten that leg up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Make that leg as long as you can. And then lower it all the way down to the floor. Bring your right knee to your chest. Take the leg straight up to your ceiling. Point your toes. Make that leg as long as possible. And lower it to the floor. Take both feet wide on your mat and find Shavasana. And just feel your body start to let go. Feel your body soften against your mat, against the earth. Feel your breath start to come back to neutral. Feel yourself let go even more. Can you soften any more? Anything else you can let go of? And for those of you who are ready, start to bring yourself out of Shavasana. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. If you are in Shavasana, want to stay, please do. Slowly bend your knees. And once those knees are up toward chest, maybe circle the knees in one direction and then in the other. And then bring them to stillness, roll them over to one side. Allow your body to curl all the way over to fetal pose. And then ever so slowly, coming all the way back up to your seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart, bow to your own inner wisdom. Say a blessing for this day, that we are here and we are alive and we get to move forward with love and kindness. Namaste.
Namaste.